Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you, depending on where you are joining us from. I want to say thank you so much to everybody and welcome to this wonderful or special episode today. So, I have an incredible honor today of speaking with one of Africa's most influential storytellers, and of course, happens to be a change maker as well. And he happens to be the person in other than Wode Maya. So he happens to be a man whose journey is nothing short of inspiring. From his humble beginnings to becoming a global force, he has redefined storytelling, reshaped narratives about Africa, and inspired millions. As someone passionate about education, empowerment, and breaking limitations, I'm talking about mcraysogah. I personally truly admire the impact that Wode Maya is making across the continent and beyond. But just before we dive in today, I want to take a moment. Maybe I'm going to have Wode Maya also say a word about this, but I want to take a moment and send my heartfelt and thoughts and prayers to the people of Thailand following the recent earthquake that happened on the 28th of March 2025. May those affected, may they find strength. It was about 7.7 magnitude of earthquake that happened. They never saw it coming, but that happened. So we want to say, we're wishing you well. May the recovery efforts bring hope and healing to all of you. So in today's edition, the conversation, we will explore basically Wode Maya's journey, his study abroad opportunities, the power of networking, and also we're going to look at how young Africans like me, myself, and maybe you who is watching me currently, we can actually create opportunities no matter where they are. So whether you are looking for inspiration, guidance, or whatever that can push you to take an action, this edition is particularly for you. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. I would now go ahead and bring my wonderful guest on board today, the man Wode Maya. Bro, how you doing, sir?
I am good, brother. That was a brilliant introduction, man. I've
Oh,
never introduced myself that way before.
I had to take my time and do a proper research because I know the person I'm going to have on the show today is going to help me to redefine a couple of things about Africa, and then again beyond the continent of Africa. So, bro, how are you doing today? How is life basically with you?
Life has always been good.
Mm,
Whether you like it or not, life got its own challenges. But
mm.
Dangote will say, life without challenges is boring. So yeah, bring on the
Wow.
challenges. We'll figure the best way to solve it and to
Mm.
help us develop ourselves so that kingdom come. Every day comes with a different challenge. So we're good to go.
I know, right? I saw in one of your videos you had the opportunity of meeting the man known as Dangote. How was the feeling for you? Because I saw the excitement, I mean, from you, but this is my time to ask you, bro. Like, how was the feeling? Because we all know of Dangote, but bro, flesh
Yeah.
and blood, you met this man. How was the feeling for you?
Bro, I could not believe that I was shaking the hands of the richest man in Africa or the richest black
That's
man
right.
in the world. I mean, it made me realize that nothing is impossible. All you need to
Mm,
do is to work hard, increase your value, and the value that you put in yourself will definitely take you everywhere, open every
mm,
door without you even having the master keys. So
mm.
it was amazing, man. I don't know how to explain, but it was absolutely overwhelming. Let me just put
Yeah.
it out.
Wow. Was it difficult to get close to him? You know how we purport people who are busy life. I mean, they have
Right.
busy life. They have, excuse me, to say a lot of money, a lot of resources. Before you get in touch with these people,
Yeah.
uh, how was the feeling like for you?
I think I've been looking for Dangote for a very long time. Should I say I
Mm,
like Dangote? I've
mm,
been looking for him for a very, very long time. I mean, I've been to his office back in Nigeria looking for
wow.
him, trying to, get that photo, right?
Mm,
But
mm,
it's been long, it's been hard. So when I got a call that okay, he's coming to the Caribbean and I have to be there, I'm like, you know what? I can never miss this opportunity. So I had to put all on hold and
mm,
just fly. And that is another thing that I would say, like in life, you just have to take risk, even though some risk might be like something that will affect whatever you're doing. But
Mm.
if you don't take risk, you're not ready to succeed.
Mm.
Because whatever success that I've achieved now, it's all came with a risk, and I just can't stop taking that risk. I mean, right now I take it a bit slowly, but I mean,
Calculated risk.
yeah, that's the perfect word for it.
Wow, bro, would you have a minute or to say something to the people of Thailand? They had I mean, this situation this month. Would you have
Yeah.
maybe a word, maybe about 30 seconds, something to share with them? Most you have a lot of followers also from Thailand, so it will be a great thing that you being live today, you having maybe something little bit, some word of encouragement to share with the people of Thailand.
Um, when I heard the news, I was very, very devastated because I got a friend of mine who was in there because
Mm.
she went there for vacation and it happened. So I mean, I've been following this news since from the onset that it happened, and I can see how terrible it is. So I would
Mm.
just tell the people of Thailand, we are with you.
Mhm.
Um, Please take heart. I know it has claimed over 1,700 people
Yeah.
already, and we just hope that you fight through till the end. I mean, this is something that you all never expected, but it has happened. Let's just hope for the best so that, I mean, we put the necessary precautions so that if it happens next time, we'll know what to do. But
Mm.
I will have to sympathize with each and every family, especially the people of Thailand. Yeah.
Mm. Thank you so much, Wode Maya. We truly have, it is like an honor actually to have you speak with us today. And so, to many of you who are currently watching, maybe you're watching from Africa, maybe the western side, the eastern side, the southern side, and then the northern side, I want to say thank you so much. I wish I know how to say hello to all of you in your languages, but Wode Maya, which of them can you do? Like maybe at least maybe Swahili, can you do something like that? Maybe hi to them. Come on, bro.
I even forgot how to say hello. Okay, Mambo.
Mambo,
Yeah, Mambo.
or
So
something
many
like that.
languages, man. It's Mambo Poa. Yeah, yeah. The fancies of Tinden. Yeah, so many. Yeah, so many. I can actually speak so many different languages. How to say hello, but now it's not on my
It's too
my
much,
my.
right? but, but yeah, so guys, we invite all of you to please share this link because it's going to be an impactful series that is going to be a blessing to you and your generation even yet to come. Because Wode Maya is going to try to help us redefine a couple of things that some stories that are actually out there, but we're going to try to redefine it in a way that it can inspire you. That is the focus. And if this is your first time watching, I just want to say thank you so much. You can hit on the subscribe button so that in case Wode Maya post any other more content, in case I also post more content, you would be notified about it. Okay, so now we begin in the name of God the Father. In the name of God the Son, in the name of God the Holy Spirit. Amen
Amen.
and amen. Okay, bro.
Amen.
So take us, back where it all started, from that little man in that little village with about little resources. And bro, how was life? Like growing up in Ghana, and what actually inspired you to take the leap into content creation? Because an engineering student, content creation, you know what I mean? So, where did he actually start from?
My story is very long, but
Mm.
I'm just gonna keep it short. It all started from Ahin Kofi Krom in
Mhm.
the western region of Ghana, where I mean my whole life was there, until I got opportunity to travel abroad. But then it was more like a humble beginning, a pastor's son, um, not even a pastor, should I say an elder son? When you go to the Apostolic Church of Ghana, we
Uh-huh.
have
Yeah.
the elder, presiding elder,
Okay.
and you come to pastor, district pastor. So my father was more of an elder of a
Okay.
church,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
we grew up in that Christian, family, and my parents were extremely strict. It's books
Mm.
over everything. So we're literally studying and studying. I mean, I can't remember. Let me just give you a bit of stubbornness. I can't remember the last time that I played football
Mm.
was my dad telling me not to play football, but I was more like the striker for for the village.
Oh,
So
okay.
I sneaked out. I sneaked out to go and play football, and the unfortunate happened when I broke my leg. and everybody left me, and I was just lying down on the pitch, and I don't know how I'm gonna go back home because my father asked me not to go there, but I chose to be stubborn, and that happened. But believe me, that was my last day of playing football. I think I stayed home for like 3 months just to heal without going to school. Yeah. So I went to Westridge Primary and JSS, and then I moved from there to Bompesina High Technical School. Shout out to all the bosses in the house. And then from there, I think I got opportunity. Like I felt like I could not make it in Ghana, so I started doing a whole lot of research in terms of how to, leave the country. So I started doing internet cafe. Those of in the past where you pay 1 cedi for an hour. That's how we created a Facebook page those days, and then Facebook page. And then from there, I started, applying for scholarships until I got a scholarship to study in UK, University of Greenwich. It was mechanical engineering. But then right from there, the scholarship covers like 80% of my tuition, and I was supposed to do the 20% tuition, but my father never had the 20% tuition. I still got the letter and everything, and I went to apply at the embassy, and then unfortunately visa got denied. But I've already told all my
your UK visa, right?
UK visa. I've actually got a UK visa today, by the way.
Hey, congrats, brother.
I actually got a UK visa today. So visa got denied. Got denied. But I've already told all my friends that I want to, I'm leaving this country. I'm not going to go to school in here. So you could understand the embarrassment that I was getting from my friends, coming to tell them that I'm no longer going to the UK, but I'll be going to KNUST or UMass, because these are the two schools that I applied. So everybody was like, we are in school already. When are you coming? When are you, and I'm like, no, you know what? I've already decided that I'm going to step out of this country. So that is when I started, looking for other options. A big shout out to Uncle Barnes. My story, I got receipts for everything. A big shout out to Uncle Barnes. First of all, Uncle Enoch. Enoch was like, you know what? Since you're embarrassed, I'm going to figure it out. I think I can take you to China.
Okay.
But then I'm like, I don't know anyone in China. How am I going to get to China? It's like, I can apply for school for you in China. So I applied. Shenyang Aerospace University, aeronautical engineering. 2 weeks later, I got the visa, and I'm like, wow.
It was that fast?
No, 2 weeks later, I got the admission. So now I had to apply for visa. But then I don't even know how I'm gonna step out of Ghana to the UK, to China. So I spoke to my Uncle Barnes, and he's like, you know what? I can only pay your flight ticket for you to go to China, and there's nothing that I can do after that.
Yeah. So
I got the visa. That was when I was able to eat my favorite food. Do you know my favorite food though?
Tell me, bro. Is it yakula or what?
Nah, fried rice.
Fried rice.
Yeah. Those days you buy the check fried rice.
I know, yeah.
So check fried rice. When the time that I was applying for my visa, that was the best time, because my father gave me money for transport. So I will not use the money for transport because my uncle lives in Tema. Right? So I don't know where the Chinese embassy was. I can't remember now, but I go to the embassy, then I walk to Tema just to buy the check. So because when we were growing up in the village, check you only get it from funerals, like
maybe Christmas.
Christmas? Nah, for us we didn't have anything like Christmas or anything like that. My brothers and everyone can testify in here. A big shout out to our neighbor.
Yeah.
Our neighbor used to work at Ghana Port and Harbour Authority. So every Christmas, he's the one who actually gives us food.
Wow.
Yeah, I got like incredible story, and I feel like all these stories were more like shaping you, shaping your future, right? But when we were living in the village, it was more like we had a cassava farm. So one of the meal that we used to eat a lot was fufu and light soup.
Okay.
Then I don't know if you know Kako. You know Kako?
Yeah, I've heard of Kako. Yeah, Kako very, very well.
Yeah. So like that was the food that we're eating all the time. So today, like if you give me that food, I'll still eat it because that was everything. Then during that visa period, I fell in love with the check. So I'm like, no more fufu. So if I meet Cheddar today, like when I spend time with Cheddar, Freedom Jacob Caesar, he'll always ask, give him his fried rice, man. He doesn't need anything else apart from fried rice. So fast forward, got the visa. My uncle gave me the money to, buy the ticket, Emirates first ever ticket, and I landed in China. I landed in China, and I got.
It was a straight flight from Ghana to.
From Ghana to Dubai to China. But let me tell you something. When I got to Dubai, I was detained.
Bro,
I was detained because I looked so small that they were like, "Where are your mom and dad? You're not fit. You're not fit to travel." So they detained me for a very long time until the next available flight. They checked, and I was actually 18. He's like, "Oh, you're 18?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 18." But I looked so small.
They didn't even check your passport, bro. Like
no. Bro, and that was my first ever flight, bro. My first ever flight. So I mean, I didn't even, bro. Anyway.
Yeah, getting flashes.
No, let's just take our time, man.
Wow.
See, if you go to Accra Mall today, there's a place called Buka, something. They sell. How many of you are from Accra? How many of you are in Accra?
Yeah, we want to see in the comment section. If you're in Accra, you're watching.
There's a restaurant called Buka something. Buka's, it's Accra Mall. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I even bought, like, my uncle bought me fried rice plus a full chicken the day I got my visa, right? And then he left. Bro, I didn't even know how to use fork and knife.
Somebody's asking if it is Buka restaurant. It's called Buka restaurant or something.
It's in Accra Mall. It's in Bukalicious or something. It's in Accra Mall.
Oh, okay.
I know the exact place that I sat, and I left my full chicken, bro, because you're coming straight from the village, and then you come to Accra. My uncle wanted to celebrate the fact that I got the visa, right? So it's like, oh, today you deserve a full chicken. He took me there, bought me chicken with the fried rice. But I look around, everybody was using fork and knife to eat their chicken. I was like, let me just use my, just finish the rice, and I left the whole chicken. Anytime I pass there, bro, I'm like, I want my chicken back. Anytime, oh my goodness, yeah, Barcelos, thank you. That is the name.
Barcelos.
That is the name. Yeah, thank you so much. This place,
restaurant.
And I wanna actually go to that restaurant one day and tell that story. It's anytime I pass there, I'm like, you know what? Can you guys give me my chicken back? Because I left the chicken at that restaurant. Anyway, fast forward, found myself in China. First day that I arrived in China, I got lost. Yeah, I got lost. My first arrival in China, and to today, I mean, lectures use my video to teach people in China. Till today.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the story with you. I arrived in China, and the city that I was supposed to go to is called Shenyang. All right, and I ended up saying Shenyang. There's another city called Shenyang. But then I got there and I'm like, I'm going to Shenyang. You know, the person who booked the ticket for me thought that I was going to Shenyang instead of Shenyang. Wow. So I ended up in Shenyang instead of Shenyang. Bro, listen.
That's just the tonation. That's just the tonation of, it's like two similar words, but Shenyang and then Shenyang.
Shenyang. Now, when I learned how to speak Chinese, I had to tell my story in Chinese. And till today, I mean, those of you who lives in China, people tag me on Instagram sometimes, like, is that Wode Maya? So I've shared that story. I shared that story when I learned how to speak Chinese. So I went to school for 3 months. I was in China for 3 months without paying my school fees.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 months of not paying my school fees because my father didn't have the money. So instead of starting school in September, I started school in March. So I did a aviation engineering. March was the first time that I started. So within that period of not going to school, that was when I learned Chinese. That is
Wow.
when also I got the nickname Ghana Baby. Yeah, so
My God, my God.
the
Is that your
nickname,
Instagram name? I think that's your Instagram name, right?
yeah, I still kept it. So
Ghana baby.
yeah, Ghana Baby, because I was, like I told you, I was so small,
Hmm.
like very tiny, so everybody was like, there's a baby from Ghana in this school, there's a baby from
Wow.
Ghana in this school, hence the name Ghana Baby. So when I grew this beard, this goatee, I just added Mr. to it.
Bro,
So
you and
now
I,
the
we are literally the same because I just started growing mine too. So, so, so when I go to the barber shop, like I went to
yeah,
have my haircut, was it yesterday or something like that, for almost $40 in the US. I was like, bro, don't touch this one. Leave it for me. Let me keep.
yeah. So yeah, so that's how I got this name Ghana Baby.
Mm,
School was great. I learned how to speak Chinese, but I was thinking, I think that was my breakthrough because I was
mm,
able to speak the language. And knowing that I was a hustler, I had to just, do a lot with the language.
mm.
So fast forward, I was once a lecturer in my university.
Wow.
That helped me pay school fees.
Mm.
Also, I brought there's this boy on YouTube. His name is
Okay.
Fel Tommy. If you
Mm.
guys check him out, he's making videos in China right now.
Wow.
I got receipts for every story of mine.
Mm.
So I started getting to know that if you bring students to China, you will get commissions from their first year to their final year.
Wow.
So I went on Facebook and I started posting, who wants to study in China? It's going to be free. I'm going to do everything for you for free for you to come. Me, I'm just looking for the money that I'm going to get when
Yeah.
you arrive in China.
Yeah.
And Phil Tommy is one of the people that I brought to China, four of them. And
Mm.
I made
From Ghana,
commissions
right?
from that. Yeah?
From Ghana.
Yeah, he's on YouTube. He's very big. He's very big on
I
YouTube.
gotta check him
Check
out
him
too.
out. His name is Phil Tommy. He's one of
Mm.
my students. And then he came, so four of them came, and that's how I was able to raise money for my school fees.
Wow.
So being in China, my father just paid my school fees for just the first semester.
Mm.
And the first semester school fees was $1,500.
Mm.
First semester. So our school fees was more like $3,000, including accommodation every
Okay.
year. So my father paid the first 6 months, and the first 6 months, the following month, I brought students to China, and then like they were giving me their commissions, and I was
Mhm.
paying, using their commissions to pay my school fees. And also like I think I posted a video recently selling a hot dog.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that video.
Yeah, it was actually like one of my hustles when I was in school, selling hot dogs.
Wow.
I used to also do kind of like English teaching to kids in China.
Mm.
We teach kids
Mm.
English. It was more like jumping, that kind of thing. You make money out of it. Um, I think on second year in the university, I won lots of awards.
Wow.
Yeah, I won lots of awards. That's when the university felt like, okay, we can let you do part-time lecturing. So that was a very good money.
Mm.
And that is how my father never spent a dollar after my first 6 months in China. So I
Mm.
knew how to hustle. But the thing is, like, for me to do that, I had to speak Chinese. And also, most of my friends were Chinese. That is when the whole awakening
Got done.
awakening story of
Yeah.
being an African came in. For me, I always tell people I felt so inferior. I felt so inferior. I felt like I could not make it in Africa. So I
Mm.
wanted to go to, I wanted to leave the country so badly. Even if you take me anywhere in the world, I just want to go because at that moment I felt like I cannot make it here.
Mm.
Um, Went to China. Most of my friends were Chinese because I didn't feel the need of associating with Africans. My ex-girlfriends were Russian,
Mm.
Chinese. I went that,
Bro,
bro.
somebody
I
will come
went
and be asking that. You say, ex-girlfriends, Russians, Chinese.
ex-girlfriends. Yeah, I had like I can actually like prevent. I can speak a bit of Russian because my ex-girlfriend was Russian. I went Chinese. I just did everything to avoid anything African.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
anything.
the reason why I speak fluent Chinese, like, is because like I told you, I just felt inferior, so I
Mm,
wanted to like learn the language and be like them, be
mm.
like I'm also Chinese, you know. So I can, if you have any Chinese, I can switch. I can switch for you, and you might not even think that you're talking to one of mine.
Okay, so in case I want to say that, welcome to this video. Try to subscribe to this channel. How would you say it in Chinese?
欢迎来看这个Charlie, what did you say? 欢迎来看
Yeah, so thank you for joining us today. Try and subscribe to this YouTube channel before you leave.
欢迎来到这个 YouTube 上面，你应该关注，好不好？你快一点，你快一点，你们都来关注，好不好？啊，谢谢。Okay.
Can somebody verify for us in the comment section, please?
No, anyone who speaks Chinese in here, 来关注，你关注了没？你没有关注。
Wow.
And that was also another hustle. You know?
Wow.
That's another hustle that I used to do. We do like what do you call it? Like live streaming, like TikTok right now. That was one of my hustles way back in China. Yeah.
So that was when you broke out.
Someone is saying, ask me, Kagdala horror show. You see? And you see, like Kagdala horror show. That's like Russian. Yeah, like
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Bro.
just telling you. Yeah.
This is big. This is big. So you going through all that in China. In fact, from Ghana, your first UK visa, you got bounced, but you that didn't stop you. You make contact with your uncle. Your uncle, glory be to God, he said, okay, I can open another door for you in China. However, it's going to be limited. I'm just going to help you to apply for the school and also book your flight ticket to China. But everything, I mean, at that young age, the age of 18, were you not disturbed? And then you probably, even arriving in China, all the troubles you were going through, didn't it hit you like, bro, I want to go back to daddy. I want to go back to Baba, please. I can't make it like
Want to go back where?
You want to go back to Ghana, like, bro, like,
no.
I want to go eat my fufu, my check.
No.
You know what I mean,
bro? Like I told you, the goal was to get out of Ghana, and I'm not coming back. I had no intentions of coming back to Ghana. Like, even after going to China, it took me like 3 years before I returned to Ghana. I didn't want to come. I had nothing to do here, and I don't want to see anyone, because for me, I felt like I could only make it in there. Like, I have, bro. Okay, you see, when I tell people these days that stay in Africa, it's not because I just chose to, you know, but it's an experience, and I'm just sharing my experience with you, because I was one of those guys who just wanted to step out of the continent, because I felt like there's nothing for me to do in here. But I came back. Okay, I mean, I think we are doing. Let's continue. Then when we come out, we can take it from there.
I think the story is already getting tantalizing. It's already getting better. And then people they're already feeling the encouragement and inspiration that is already coming, because at the age of 18 years, bro, lack of resources, the limitations were so real in your face, but you were boxing it out. Wow.
I have receipts for all my stories. Like, I can tell you, if you want proofs of what I'm telling you, you can go to my YouTube channel from the beginning. Just check the process. It's there.
Wow.
You know, everything is there. Like, I didn't know anyone in China. I learned the language. See, I have like Chinese women that took me as their son, bro, because they come to my apartment. They were like, who is this little boy in this class, man? So they started washing my clothes for me. Like, they washed my clothes for me. I go to their house to learn how to make dumplings, you know, like, so, bro, anyway, I have an incredible story, man. And I feel like all these things that I was going through, it was more like preparing you for something bigger in future, even though I did not understand. Right? But now when I sit back and I just look way back of my story, I feel like, no, it was meant to happen.
It was meant to happen. This I'm actually already liking whatever that you are sharing with us because, as I said over and over again, your background, connecting that to where you are right now, it's like the difference is big. The only thing I can mention right now that could make sense is the grace of God that was able to make everything possible. Because trust me, a lot of people are going through the same thing that you're going through, but I don't even know where they are at this point, right? I don't even know where they are at this point, but Wode Maya, you were able to make it. So we'll be getting into more other aspect of this interview. We'll be talking about breaking the barriers and then building the influence, because no doubt Wode Maya, it's like a family name right now. I saw one of the videos. I said a street was named after Wode Maya. Was it in Nigeria or something like that? He took a photo with that signpost, and I was like, bro, this can only be the grace of God. So, bro, so your journey from an engineering student in China to, becoming Africa's most influential travel content creator. There's no doubt. I don't know whether you were sharing some videos about South Africa, I think recently, right?
Yeah.
One video, I was like, bro, this guy, because it's like you can be in about 4 countries in about 48 hours. Like, okay, can the wife just sit him down and tell him that, bro, you got to rest? Like, I need you for myself at some time. When you're traveling, do you take your wife along?
Most of the times I take my wife, but when you travel with women, sometimes you just have to know that you're in for trouble. So trips that I know that it's a sponsored trip, I go with my wife. But trips that I know that like I have to, like when I travel, like 10 days, I need to be done with whatever I'm doing and step out.
Okay.
So it's like back to back. I leave my wife behind and I go. But sponsored trips, I go with my wife.
Okay, but bro, but what was the most difficult part of you building your brand? I mean, how did you overcome it? Like you trying to build the Wode Maya brand, like what was that difficult thing you felt like, no, this is just like a very big limitation, and how were you able to break through that?
Me, I never felt like I was building a brand called Wode Maya that it is today. I was just having fun. Okay, so I started speaking Chinese after 3 months of being in China. 1 year it was more like fluent. So what I realized was that anytime I talk, everybody get excited. Oh wow, like we like this guy, we like this guy. But I'm like, I started doing my own research and I'm like, why am I not getting paid? Why am I not getting paid for talking? Why am I getting paid for being funny? You know what I mean? So I started doing my own research about it. And then this guy, they are in the US, Burger GH and I push.
Okay.
Check them out.
Okay.
So I had a YouTube channel just to comment on their pages. So if you check I push, they were like old-time Ghana influencers, man, but they used to live in America. So I was in China. I went to China 3 months. Like I told you, I was in the house, so I didn't have anything to do. So 3 months of not doing anything, I created a YouTube channel just to be able to comment on their videos, not to create videos, right? So the moment that I started doing research about how to convert the passion that I have of talking or being funny and how to get paid for being that is when YouTube came in. But then we had this guy, may he so rest in perfect peace, where we're all classmates, and then he said he had a camera, and he said, oh, he came to school because he wants to learn how to, make professional videos and go back to Nigeria. So the guy became more like anytime we want to shoot any video, we call him. Okay, so vacation, we have long vacations. We're bored. We're in the dormitory. We don't have money to travel. Now that I travel every day, those days I could not travel, and it pains me that I couldn't even go to a nearby Philippines, or I didn't go to any country. I came back in. So this guy came and said, let's go out and go and shoot a video. Big shout out to Asari. If you watch my first ever video, you see this guy in there. So we filmed this video, and I was the main character. So they wanted to give me the video, and I'm like, I don't have a laptop to save this video. Where do I keep it? But the guy's like, he needs its what do you call it? He needs his hard drive or pen drive back. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So the guy edited the video, gave me. So my roommate A big shout out to Ghana Papa.
Yes, they're
I'm
giving
gonna
the
get,
receipts and the
I'm
flowers
giving
out.
them so that if you want to go back and check, I have all the names.
Yeah.
Ghana Papa, that was my roommate. He was more older than me, so we call him Ghana Papa, and I'm the Ghana baby. So he had a laptop. So he had a laptop, and I had the pen drive from the guy. So connected the pen drive, and then the video was stored on the YouTube page that I saved. The YouTube page that I created just to comment on the guy's video. That is how my YouTube channel was born.
Oh, okay.
Created that video, and I started sharing to my friends. Hey, this is the video that we did, and everybody was laughing. Oh, this is so fun. I watched that video today. I'm like, why are people laughing? I think the guys were lying to me in the past.
Oh, blow, they were lying.
I think those guys are laughing too, because today I watched that video. I'm like, there's nothing funny about this video. But anyway, so I felt like, okay, it's about time for me to do these videos, in terms of full time. Well, I started making videos, and no one was watching. They said like I was not funny, bro.
Wow.
Because it was more like comedy kind of thing. So I started my YouTube channel as a comedian. So then you didn't know, eh?
Really?
Nah, a proper comedian, man.
Do you have one of your existing jokes still available that you tell?
I was not funny. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I was not funny, man.
Oh my god.
I was so funny. So I ended up making videos, but no one was watching. And also, I didn't have a camera. So you always have to beg this guy to come and film your video. Sometimes you have the characters that you'll be shooting with, and he will not show up because you're not paying him, right? Yeah. So he will not show up. But then I never gave up. I kept doing. I begged him. He shoot the video. 3 months later, you get your video. But today I watched that video and I'm like, did this guy really edit those videos in the past?
They gave you the raw footage.
How come this video takes 3 months before you get it?
Yeah.
Let's fast forward. My father got hold of one of my videos, and he was like, no way, I took you to school to become an engineer, not the guy who makes this funny jokes online and all of that. He was so pissed. So he called me. I couldn't say anything, and he's like, he doesn't want to see me making videos. So I spoke to my mom about it, and my mom is like, she's already aware. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to convince your dad for you. 2 weeks later, my dad picked up the phone and said, I don't want to be doing what you're doing, but if you speak Chinese, I think you can do something very important with the videos that you make. And that was my breakthrough.
Wow.
So whatever I'm doing right now, it's just my dad's idea.
Wow.
So my dad told me that just do something meaningful, not comedy and all of that, but you speak Chinese, try and change the way Chinese people think about Africa. And that is how I started making videos about what Chinese people think about Africa. And even when I was making those videos, I didn't have a camera.
So what were you using? Maybe just your phone, or what were you using?
I use someone's camera. He comes but then my brother, a big shout out to my senior brother, he bought me my first phone, Samsung S2.
Wow.
He bought me my first phone, Samsung S2. So when I got the Samsung S2, I started using the Samsung S2 for some of the videos that you don't have to struggle to make. But in my mind, I thought the camera was everything. Right? So I met this guy called Awe. He's a Chinese guy, a photographer. Yeah? Don't forget this name that I'm mentioning. So Awe was like, you know what? I'm going to help you shoot the videos because I'm a photographer and I have a camera already. So I'm going to give you more of, you bring your pen drive, the memory card, and I'll bring my camera. So that right after the video, you take your memory card.
Oh, okay.
So that is how I started making videos. And then people were like, oh, your video got a very terrible sound, Then there is this guy from Ethiopia, okay, who I've never met till today. A guy from Ethiopia who I've never met till today. He lives in America. He was like, you know what? I think they are onto something great, and I want to be part of it. So I'm gonna send you money to buy your first ever camera. Because I was telling people that I didn't have camera because people are complaining about my sound. So I even bought a microphone without a camera. So when the guy gave me money, the money could buy this camera. What's it called? Canon 70D or Canon 70, one of them. Canon 70D. No, Canon 700D.
Okay.
Yes. Canon 700D. So I was using that Canon 700D and it didn't even have a microphone port. Yeah.
Wow.
And
so how are you getting the audio then? I mean,
bro, you gotta get the audio. Check my videos in the past. No audio. Check. Go back to 10 years or 11 years ago. Go and check it out. It didn't have audio. It didn't have audio, but nothing stopped me. I just had a passion for what I was doing, so I kept going. And that's what I'm telling people. People start making videos today, and no one is watching them, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to do it anymore because no one was watching them." Bro, when I started making videos, I used to get 10 views per video, and the 10 views, trust me, I think I have 5 of them. 6 of them were my own views. I click, I refresh it, 1 view adds up. I click, I refresh it, 1 view adds up.
Charlie, I did that before. Let me confess.
And
I did it before.
I have a classmate in Nigeria that we met recently, and we both started talking and we both started crying because that guy told me, if you ever get your first 500 views, if you ever make your first ever 500 views, I'm going to give you $500 because he knew that there was no way
you were going to make it happen.
He knew it. Like, I make videos, I go to class, and everyone was laughing because of the video that I made last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, bro. Anyway.
And your Chinese friends will be laughing at you in class because
no, my you know, I have like African classmates and all of that in the same class. So they'll be laughing because of the video that you made. You know, but now all of them, like, they'll call you and be like, "Now we're so proud of you,
bro.
Happy of how far you've come." But like I was telling you, it was all part of the journey.
Yeah.
It was, you have to pass through certain things to become who you want to be. Now, I think, where am I right now? Like, when I got the cameras and everything.
Yeah.
My father passed on in 2017. So my father passed on in 2017. In order to come back for the funeral, I had to now sell the Canon 700D.
Wow.
So that, and I sold this camera to the guy. Is a fan right now. He's a big fan now. But I sold the camera to him just to get that money, buy flight ticket to come for my father's funeral.
Wow. So you actually came to Ghana not because you felt the necessity of, I want to go and visit my people. It was the funeral that necessitated.
No. I came to Ghana in 2017 for the first time, and my dad actually convinced me to come back. And then I came back. You know, it was his 63rd birthday or 63rd birthday, and he's like, "Oh, come home, let's celebrate my birthday," and all of that. I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna come." But I came back to celebrate my father's birthday. He was so happy that I came, and on my way going, I can't say certain things in here, but I left. 2 weeks later, he passed on.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like you've come home, chill, bring all your money you've made, and then you go back, and then your father passes on. So that was when I learned to become a man, make my own decisions without consulting anyone. And I would say that everything happens for a reason. Because that I think, even I normally tell people that I'm not happy that my father passed on, but I feel like my father's death made me who I am today. Because there's certain decisions that I've made in life now. If my father was alive, there was no way I was going to make those decisions.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
So that is my story. Went back, and then I had a friend. And listen, this whole journey that I'm telling you, I always say that it's sad to see that Africans don't support dreams.
Dreams.
They support success.
Hmm.
But I always tell you that it's about time. If you're an African in here listening to me, start supporting people's dream, support their vision. Don't wait for him to become successful and you be like, oh, that's my friend, that's my brother. I think it's about time. I think this is something common among us. Listen, let me fast forward because I have a very long story. Fast forward, when I wanted to come back to Africa to do the videos that I'm doing right now, I reached out to all Africans living in China because I was the guy who was raising money. I was raising money for people when they are sick, when we lose a life in China. I'm the one because I speak fluent Chinese. I stand and with a microphone on street just to raise money. I have videos. I have I have videos to support me just raising money for people selflessly without asking for anything in return. But when I wanted to come back to Africa, that I felt like, what, I don't belong here. That was when the awakening started. Like I've lived in this country for 6 years right now. I don't have anything. There's nothing that I can boast of that I have. But I feel like it's about time for me to go back home and start something different. I sat down, the dream that I had to design my own logo, the Africa to the World logo. A big shout out to Nappy Bricks. I mentioned things. I had a dream for this whole project, and I called my friend Nappy. He's in Japan right now. Hey, Nappy, this is the dream that I have to project Africa in a positive light, but I need a logo. It's more like I need a logo. And he's like, describe the dream. I described the dream, and the guy created logo for me. Africa, check online, the Africa to the World logo. That's when you're going to see the logo. It was designed by Nappy Bricks. Now, yes. So designed this logo, and then I was like, you know what? Now it's about time for me to leave China and come back to Africa. So I was like, since I've been raising money for everyone, it's time for you guys to raise
for yourself.
bro. They started telling me that, oh, we don't support things like this. You're going to Africa to enjoy yourself. You're telling us that you're going to Africa to do what? You're going to Africa to project Africa in a positive light. Who does that? Who does that? And I'm like, wow, that's really crazy, man. It got to a point that I had to speak to my Chinese guy, Awe. I told you to write my name down.
Yeah.
I spoke to Awe and I was like, Awe, you know me for a very long time. And you know that I've been so passionate about Africa, everything Africa. But this time I feel like if I go back to Africa, that's when I can do it bigger and better. So let's do it that way. Now Awe was like, you know what, Maya? You know me, I'm just a photographer. But there's an option. I'm like, what is the option? We can take a loan. we can take a loan, which is a credit card.
Oh, okay. From China, right?
From China.
Yes.
So we use the credit card to buy 5 tickets to 5 different countries. So China to Ghana, Ghana to Ethiopia, Ethiopia to Tanzania, Tanzania to Kenya, Kenya back to Ghana. No, Uganda. Yeah, Uganda. Uganda somewhere, back to Accra, and then back to China.
Wow.
The loan that we took was $5,000.
And which year was that, actually? Are you able to remember?
Of course, bro. 2018.
2018.
Oh, 2018. Bro, I have all my like I think maybe around there I write a book, man. I have everything.
I think you should have one journey, kind of book,
I have everything. So,
wow.
I bought the tickets and then I came to Ghana. And I started making videos about, hey, Ghana is beautiful, Ghana is, and people are like, what who is this guy? Why is he coming to tell us that Ghana is beautiful? Ghana is beautiful and all of that. So I left Ghana. Yeah, and because my tickets were already booked, so I was just waiting for my trip to Ethiopia to come.
Yeah.
I went to Ethiopia, and my video started picking up.
Wow. Was it the videos you made from Ghana or the ones you made from other countries?
No, Ethiopians. Because the same way I was so positive about Ghana, but then, I mean, they are Ghanaians, so obviously, like, they didn't care who the hell is this guy, you know? So they didn't care. So I went to Ethiopia, and I started making videos about their trains. And listen, I had a loan to pay, so I was not sleeping.
Yeah.
Because the more videos I make, the more money I can make so that I can pay the loan. So started making videos back to back. The video started picking up. I was like, oh, hallelujah. Started picking up. Then from there, I think all my tickets are booked, so I cannot change it. I was already picking up. I'm like, God, I want to stay more so I can do more videos. But then I had to go, because if I change the ticket, there's no way I'll be able to pay for it. Found myself in Rwanda, 14th February 2018. Found myself in Rwanda, and then I sat in Rwanda. The same day that I arrived, I went out to make my videos, and I saw this gutter. The guys were cleaning the gutter, and I'm like, why are you cleaning the gutter? That is not dirty. It's like, oh, that's his job. He has to make sure that the gutter is clean, so he cleans it 5 times a day. So I was hungry that time. So I went to the restaurant to buy the food. So I was eating, and something is telling me, like, you just met this guy and he's telling you that he cleans the gutter 5 times a day. So why don't you just pick up the food and go and sit in the gutter and eat it? So I just did the intro from the gutter. So then I called a stranger passing by. I was like, hold the camera. I sat in the gutter and like, this is the craziest thing I've ever done, blah, 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 bro. The same day, I went home, edited the video. I was so sleepy because I just landed and I went to do that video. Uploaded that video. The title of that video was even wrong because I was sleepy. Put the title, banged the laptop, went to bed. I woke up with so many missed calls.
Wow.
The video is trending. That is my first ever proper viral video.
Wow. From Rwanda.
So I think I made a speech like, thank you, Rwanda, for changing my life. Because that video changed my life.
Wow.
That video. So I woke up the following day and that video has made $5,000. I pick up.
No, bro, tell me you're kidding. Tell us you're kidding. I uploaded this video just this evening, and then the next morning, 5K.
None of my videos has ever made $5,000 before. All right, but I woke up that day, and the following day, that video has made $5,000. So I called my Chinese guy. Ni hao. And I'm like, we are paying the loan.
Wow.
We paying the loan. He's like, how? I'm like, bro, I don't even know how, but we are paying the loan.
Jeez.
So that was how we paid the loan. Continued my countries without even caring that much because the loan has to be paid. From there, I think Rwanda, I went to Uganda, and I was deported from Uganda back to Rwanda.
Wait, bro, what's
Don't let me go there. I was deported from Uganda back to Rwanda. They wanted to deport me back to Ghana, and I'm like, no, please, just deport me back to where I came from. So
you had the effort to negotiate with the part of it.
Deportation. Deportation is like where you came from or the country of origin.
Yeah.
So I told them, please deport me back to, because I mean, they said I came to spy on the president. And I'm like, I don't even know where the president lives, How can I come in? Because those days, my videos were more of in the street. I was not doing what everyone is doing of going to what's it called, safaris and stuff. I do
Okay.
videos like showcasing the beauty of Africa and all of that. So they saw the videos, the footages, and they're like, nah, this guy must be some, you know.
Spy
So
or something like that.
yeah, so they deported me. But fast forward 4 years later, the government invited me back and apologized.
Whoa.
So this is to tell you that never give up on what you do. Certain things that happens, they were meant to happen. They were meant to be your story. So let it happen and just keep going. All you need to do is to believe in your dreams and believe in whatever you're doing. Bro, I mean, I went there. I went to what do you call it? Back to Rwanda, continued the journey, Tanzania, went to China, and I packed all my stuff. And I told my guy that, you know what, I am not coming back.
You told Awe that you're not coming back.
I'm not coming back.
Oh, bro.
Let's just pay the loan. I told you that I'm gonna come back and pay the loan. I went back, paid the loan, packed my things, and I've never gone back till today.
Wow.
So I invited Awe back. I invited him to Africa for the first time, and he stayed with me for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, he stayed with me for 3 months in Ghana, and then he went back to China. So, and we've been in touch. Every birthday of mine, he will be the first person to post.
Wow. Bro, we got to find our way and say thank you to Awe, because if not for Awe helping you to get that loan or that credit card, you would not even have had the chance to travel to Ghana, travel to maybe Kenya, travel to Uganda, Rwanda finally, to even have the opportunity to film that incident, whatever that happened. And so, Awe, wherever you are, thank you.
He doesn't understand what you're saying. He only speaks Chinese.
Say it in the Chinese. Say it in the Chinese for you.
Yeah. Oh no. I know. Awe and I we still talk to today. You know, and I'm looking forward for him to like come back to the continent. And just he went back for COVID. During COVID, that's when he went back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Beautiful. We have just about. We have just about 3 sessions, little bit, and then we just wrap it up. What am I want to say? Thank you so much for doing this with us. So, guys, if you have not yet shared this video, currently we have about 523 people who are watching from all over the continent. Because I've seen a couple of the comments. Somebody say I'm watching from Egypt, I'm watching from Poland, from wherever that you're watching from. I want to say thank you. We know that it could be late in your country at this moment, but you took the time to join us to listen to this inspiring journey of our wonderful brother. Wode Maya is no doubt like an asset to Africa and beyond. So we want to say thank you. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please try to subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed also to Wode Maya's YouTube channel, please do that. It's about, I think, 1 million right now. We are still counting. And then you can also do me a favor and also head to my YouTube channel. That is mcraysogah, mcraysogah, and also hit that subscribe button so that in case we come up with such interviews that can help you to break certain limitations in your locality, you will be notified about it. I want to say thank you so much for joining. So I'm going to bring our brother back. The man whose best friend currently on the show is Awe. So we're going to talk about something very, very critical. So Wode Maya, you've had a chance to visit many African countries. That is something that I am passionate about, because sometimes, like me, I'm currently here in the US. When I'm seeing certain things, I don't know, for some weird reasons, it kind of connects me back to my home country, like particularly to my village. Like, okay, whatever I'm seeing here, how am I able to replicate certain things that my people can benefit from? Like this morning again, I just woke up and you know what hit me? Wode Maya, can we get a company who maybe they are into ketchup or tomatoes, like production, right? Or production, or maybe a sardine, because I come from Volta region, Angloga way to be precise. I've seen people like they're tomato farmers. And so sometimes when they're like, maybe those very big trucks, they come from Kumasi or from Accra, they come to buy it. When they stop coming to town to buy it, bro, When you get to this farmland, everything is rotten. When you get to the market, the tomatoes are not healthy anymore. I live between the farmers and then the fishermen. So I'm like, okay, McCray, can I maybe get an NGO or somebody who is into maybe tomatoes production or maybe sardine, so that when our fishermen they come back and then maybe there's nobody there immediately to buy some of this fishes or whatever it is, can we take it to this preservative company, let them package it very well and produce like sardine? These tomato farmers, can they give us the tomatoes that maybe people are not coming to buy anymore? Let's produce some tin tomatoes so that people don't have to, excuse me to say that, like, they're traveling or they're importing tomatoes from China or tin tomatoes from China or from another country. Like, for us to waste this stuff, why can't we have these companies to build these things and process it? In that way, bro, we are creating jobs for the youths. So your job as a farmer, it doesn't end just on the farmland. From the farmland, you can get into the company and also work sometime overnight because the machines are running, they're producing, they're trying to build teams. I mean, so sometimes it gets to my mind, but I'm praying that one day, Wode Maya, maybe joining hands with you and maybe Uncle Ben. Shout out to Uncle Ben. Shout out to that man, Uncle Ben. I want to say God bless you, Uncle Ben. Thank you so much. Shout outs to you. If we are able to put hands together, sometime we find some of these processing companies. I want to take them to my people of Angloga. Like, hey, the time of wasting tomatoes is over. This is a company. Come and sell your tomatoes to us, right? And then we will produce it and have it sent to Accra, have it sent to Kumasi, have it sent to maybe Adan, have it sent to Western region. Like, let's make money from, unquote and unquote, the waste. You know what I mean? So that is my vision. I'm always praying that God should help me. One day I'll put up the request and then maybe somebody go like, hey, we know this company, they can do this. Can you help us?
But you know what? You see, that is the major problem of Africans in Africa and across the globe. You see, we are always waiting for someone. Do you know the power of the African diaspora? Like, where you sit right now, I believe that every month you send money back home.
Definitely, bro.
I believe that you have a circle of about 20 people that you know that they all live abroad. Right? Listen, you don't need to wait for a company who can process or something. No, let's put our resources together. Okay, we have a 5 years plan, 4 years plan. Every month, let's put $100 or let's put $10 or maybe just whatever money that you're making. Yeah, just an investment bank or whatever. Anywhere that the money cannot be touched. Let's start dropping money in there.
Okay.
A group of 10 guys, 20 guys, knowing that every day you get money or whatever money you're making from your part-time jobs and all of that. Bro, 5 years time, that money will be ready to start your own processor. But as Africans, we don't think about that. You know, that is a dream that I'm telling you about.
Yeah.
Believing in dreams, believing in startups. We don't believe in startups. We all believe in Meko Kwanso. I'll go to China and I'll go and buy the things and I'll bring it here and I'm gonna sell it. But this is what I've been trying to tell Africans. Can we just put our brains together? Because listen, this thing is what we call the head of an African. Look at your hair. Touch your hair right now. And I don't know if you've dated a white lady before, or you've dated any other race before.
I have not.
Their hair does not grow together. It's only black people. Check. Yeah. And it symbolizes that we are the only race that can work together. And we cannot do things individually. But our colonial mindset always want to be like, I'm the first one, I'm the second one, I'm the best one to do this. And at the end of the day, it creates unhealthy competitions among us. Like, listen, when I started this whole YouTube journey of projecting Africa in a positive light, I told myself I cannot do it alone. I brought a lot of Africans involved. I was even showing them how much money that I make in order for them to like push them to go and do the same thing. But At the end of the day, most of them were backstabbing you. They were saying things that were not true and all of that. So I'm just telling you, with this brilliant idea that you have, if you want me on board, I am 100%.
Bro, we want you on board, please. We want you on board, man.
We don't need anyone all the time. Oh, we need to look outside, and that is why even the people running the country right now always think that we always have to go for loan before we come and build our countries. But don't forget that you taking a loan, you become a slave to the person who is giving you the loan. So they know what to do. But it's about time Africans start believing in themselves, believing in like, okay, let's put our hands together. And that is why I'm just saying, I'm not against people living in the diaspora. I'm not against people traveling abroad. I am just saying that, listen, it's only Africans that can build Africa. I have lived in China for 6 good years, and it took Chinese people to build China. The diasporans from different part of the world, China used to be very poor in the past. You know what they did? They took their people away, go. And then whatever technology that you went to learn, bring it back and let's build Africa. It's only an African that travels out of Africa, go there, go and see the system that they have, and they'll be like, oh, there's no way I'm going back to Africa. And the diasporans are the ones that even complain a lot about Africa more than even Africans living in Africa.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Forget about you saying that, oh, you're looking for a company. Talk to me. Let's do this every month. Let's find out how much it costs to set up a tomato processing plant. Now we create a group, 100 team, share the shares among each other, whatever, every month. I don't know if you have an investor, banker, or whoever who can do that for us. We donate $100. Let's nobody touch that money, because we don't have that $1 million or whatever to set up the company right now. But I believe little drops of water makes a mighty ocean.
Yeah.
We'll put that together, and believe me, we start small. With the income that comes, we expand.
Yeah. That is very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Yeah. So, bro, as I'm speaking with you right now, Uncle Ben and now we have started drafting some policies, and then he said we will have a team meeting, like, to talk and then see how best we can make this happen. So we will get a time after the show and then get on board and do this, because
we don't need, like, listen, I'm just saying, Africans are capable of building Africa based on, I don't want to talk too much because I feel like I'm talking too much. But the thing is, like, I've seen it. I spent 6 years in China, and I've spent 5 years in Africa. There is no way what I've achieved within 5 years. I couldn't achieve even half of that when I was in. But China. do you know what I did? I believed in the power of working together. I'm not going to backstab anybody. Just integrity is everything for me. Honesty and integrity are my core values. So the people that a big shout out to Max. Shout out. I did a video recently. Check. I have all the proofs, man. I don't know. Sometimes when you talk, people they love sensationalism. So they pick something and then they just run with it. But I'm telling you, if we can start believing in ourselves, if we can start realizing that it's only us who are gonna build Africa, bro, trust me, there's unity in strength, man. There's unity in strength.
It's something else. So bro, we are on board. We're gonna put ideas together and make this happen, so that we the Africans, we don't, as you said, we don't have to wait for anybody. We're gonna kickstart the process, right? We're gonna have a plan. If it is 2, 3, 4 year, 5 year plan, we're gonna make it. Let's see the people, by the grace of God, who can join us. Like, hey, we love the idea. We want to help the farmers in your community. We want to help the fishermen in your community. Even if it's education, we want to help. But let's see how we can put out a plan. Bro, I'm actually on board with you on that. I love that. I love that.
Just talk to Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Let me know. Like, even if it's going to take us 5 years to raise the capital, it's going to take us 5 years to raise the capital. Please, within that 5 years, it's going to be feasibility statements. How much it's going to cost us to set up. And let me tell you, how people become billionaires and millionaires. If you want to become a billionaire or a millionaire, you have to identify a problem. Okay?
Yeah.
When you identify a problem, now you bring solution to that problem. When you bring solution to that problem, you're good to go.
Yeah. Entrepreneurial spirit.
When I came to Africa, let me tell you, I realized that no African was going around sharing the positive stories of Africa. I saw that problem. Okay, now let me tap into that. And I started making videos, even though people never believed, but I saw that to be a problem. And people have fallen in love with the journey that I'm on. So now that's a solution. And if you convert that, bro, that's millions. And that's it. That's it.
Wow. We're gonna make it happen.
So I'm just gonna tell each and every African in here, yes, we have always been taught to depend on the West or depend on for survival. But I'm just telling you, listen, the money is here. You know this, that wherever the challenges are, that's where the opportunities are. Do you know that? Wherever there are challenges, that's where the opportunities are.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Are you a millionaire?" do I have to answer that question? Do I have to answer that question? You know, like that is what I just been telling people, man. It's time. It's time.
It's time to make it happen. It's time to make it happen. Yes. So if you're in the comment section, you're watching us, please let's know what you are thinking. I know a couple of people are already talking about this farming thing. They said that yes, you can only understand what they are talking about if you're from a farming community. That is only when you get to understand the passion of what they're talking about. I saw one comment like that. A lot of comments. I don't know. This one is saying that having brilliant ideas and skills is one thing, and having a leadership that is accountable to the people they lead is another. Okay. Yes. A lot. I mean, lot of them. I remember Wode Maya. So one of the comments, somebody saying, "Yeah, a philosopher. You should you should have a diplomatic passport to every country because you've done so much. We're going to go and talk about networking, right? Because that is very, 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 very crucial. So, bro, you have built an incredible network, because how can an entire government not re-invite you, or let me not even say re-invite you, they had to now invite you, bro? Whatever we did to you in the past, let bygones be bygones. Now let's make the thing work. That is so big. So you have built an incredible network on influential people, right? So what advice would you give to young Africans on networking and creating opportunities for themselves? What advice would you give on that?
As a young African, I remember networking for me was more like getting the number of that girl. That was networking. You meet a girl and you take a number. That was networking for me. But then when I entered into this space and I realized that your network is your network, so I spent a lot of time getting to know people. Like I came to Accra without knowing anyone. I came to Accra 2020 June. A big shout out to Vicente.
Yeah, another flower.
Westland. We're staying in boys' quarters. Vicente, me, myself, Vicente, and Napi. 2020, right? I was homeless. Let me put it that way. In 2020, we're staying in Vicente's house. Now, Vicente was the only contact that I knew in Accra. Then I met a man in Sierra Leone. May he so rest in perfect peace. Herman Chinrin Hesse. And he taught me everything that I know right now. That I should spend time knowing people. So, bro, like I started getting to know people. I mean, when I come to you, I don't care. I was Wode Maya. I used to shine their shoes. If I have to even iron your clothes for you, oh, this guy is so no, but I was more like eager to tap into that network, tap into their brain, the way they think, and all of that, and that changed a lot of things that I do. You will never see me coming out to say I'm a millionaire. No. You will never hear that from me. So I learned a lot. I learned the power of just letting your network work for you to the extent that one of the best advice I ever received is saying that build your network to the extent that you will just be a phone call away from the president of the country.
Wow.
And I did just that. So I'm just going to say that as a young person, especially I'm going to speak to men, especially young men, just let go the idea of thinking with a stick down there. But yeah, let go the idea of thinking with that, because I've been there before. But think with your brains in terms of how do I develop an interest of getting to know people. But now when you get to know all these people, there's nothing like, oh, give me money. You give me money. No. I come to you and I tap into what you have in here. There's no successful person that I know that can confidently say on this platform that they gave me money to be who I am today. No. I just listen. All I did was to listen. So they advise you, you listen, and then you apply it. And when I started applying, and that's when they were like, oh my goodness, this boy listens. This boy listens. And they started like giving me, like, I don't know, you've seen like people invite me and all of that. It's not, I don't need anything. I just like, yo, networking. I'm so glad I have your number on my phone. Anytime I need you, I'm just going to call you, and then we'll take it from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Somebody is asking, Sheila is asking, so what about the women who are in YouTube creation, content creation? Because, some of them also are striving to be known for their smartness, their intelligence level, right? Not because they're always just there, like, trying to sell their body. How can a woman, break that sort of barrier? They want to be known that, hey, I'm smart because I invested in whatever that I have, not because I'm not selling my body. You know what I mean? They want to also break out of that.
Authenticity.
Okay.
You see, one of the things that people don't understand is that being your authentic self can take you everywhere. Be you. Don't try to be anyone else. Believe in what you're doing and stay consistent on it. Bro, when I started making videos, people were telling me, dress well, like every day I read comment like that. I'm like, no, that's what I believe in. You can, if you want to make videos with suits, feel free and wear your suit and make your videos, but you cannot tell what to do. You see, when you come on these platforms, just be ready mentally, because like these days I don't even care. Like, I don't know, like you can insult me and I'll share your insults. I don't like I don't care. You can insult, like, bro, like, one thing you need to understand, that the same people that are saying they love you today might turn against you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just be aware of that. If you, especially, I'm just gonna tell you, like, if you're a woman and on this platform, be ready that people are gonna tell you so many things, just to bring your energy down. But trust me, if you don't have people who hate on what you do, go to a nearby supermarket and go and buy them, because you need them. Haters help you grow. Because they see what you don't see, and sometimes they might be right on what the things they're saying. So you just pick it up, learn from it, and run with it. Nobody hates me. I don't think anyone hates me. Like, if you think you hate me, just leave your comments. If I know that I have to learn something from that hate comment, I'll do it. I mean, one of my biggest videos online that I do, like entrepreneurship, it was out of a hate comment.
Really?
It was out. I gave birth to my entrepreneurship series from a hate comment. So I tell people, I don't I don't care. I don't like. Wow. I don't like. You know, I believe in speaking up. I believe in just always being honest in terms of certain things that you say. And the thing is that we live in a country where the truth hurts. So anytime you speak the truth, they associate you with a tribe, they associate you with a particular political
Hmm.
party. And at the end of the day, people get so blinded. Because I mean, I spend time with everyone. I don't want to mention names in here. But
Yeah.
then maybe my submission, my submission, my people might think that because of this particular submission, this guy belongs here. Yeah, it's just your opinion. It's just your opinion. So I'm
Mm.
just gonna tell you, be you, do you. I can't use the other word. Forget everybody.
Bro, we still need more advice. You happen to be a young man who, at the age of 18 years, I beg your pardon, you had to travel all the way to China to study, looking at all those limitations you had. Right now, in the year of 2025, I still have students who are following me. Most of them are prospective students. They want to come to the US in particular to study, but the way you were able to break out of it, I at the time I was coming to the US, I had no scholarship, nothing. My I-20 just came to me like that with a tuition. I have to pay for it. But bro, I just took the leap of faith. I went
You're a
into it
rich
like,
kid. You're a rich kid.
bro, let me tell you, let me catch you. Yeah,
It's gonna be here.
no, bro, hold on. I'm telling you, this is what happened when I came. I always tell people that it is my pillow and my God who can tell my story better.
Yeah,
Because, bro, the opportunity that people promised me,
yeah.
uncles here, there, and there, bro. When I came, I, I don't want to say this, but I've not even had a single test. Like, hey, we heard that you are here in the US right now. How
Mm.
are things going for you, bro? I was crying. Sometimes I go to campus and my friends to see me like, bro, McCray, are you okay? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. Bro, God being so good, I was just tapping into. So I like to do initiatives. Sometimes when people have events on campus, I just go, I take a picture, I record some videos, and I show things to them, right? And I took a radio program also on air. And one day, the director just reached out, was like, bro, can we have you come work with us? Because we've seen that you are quite involving. So just come and do something with it, come and promote us. That is how I was able to get a GA, like a scholarship to study. Although it wasn't 100%, but bro, that was like almost 70% of something that helped me, right? So how can you advise somebody who currently doesn't have any family sponsorship, is scared of breaking through, lack of resources? The school is not probably helping like how my case was in the earlier times. Like, what advice can you give in a way of hope? Like, hey man, you can make it. If Wode Maya can make it, you can make it.
For me, I'm just gonna tell you like going abroad is one of the best things that will ever happen to anyone in here.
Hmm.
In terms of going and seeing the system and knowing that okay, I've seen the system. Now I'm gonna come back to change things happening in my country. Now, when you don't have the resources and
Hmm.
you still go, I think you need to pass the right channel. There are so many scholarships that can help you study abroad. Don't try to, go, on what do you call it, the desert and all of that. It's not worth it. But I
Hmm.
would say that have patience, get the right person. If McRae can help you go through that, maybe probably he's been there. He knows a lot of scholarships that can you can actually apply. If he
Hmm.
can, but if he cannot, I would say stay here with me.
Okay. Bro, I
Stay
want to
here,
break people's heart right now.
stay, stay here with me,
Hmm.
and let's figure it out. The only problem right now is people don't have the right people to speak to.
Hmm.
People don't have the right people that can show them the way. That is
Hmm.
that is the only challenge.
Yeah.
I wish there are more people, like especially the people that I met along my journey. I wish
Hmm.
there are more of them to help speak to people and show them the way. But I would just say that just try all opportunities that you get in terms of like going there for school, but not with the intentions of staying. I'm in terms of
Somebody say what might keep your opinion.
just go, learn that skill, acquire that knowledge, and come back here because we need you here. See, I don't want to say this, but Europe is done. America is done.
What do you mean by that? Somebody want to understand. What am I trying to say? Because
America is built. America is built. Europe is built. You're not the one who is going to build America. You're not the one who is going to build Europe. Like I don't know how to. I don't want to be offensive with my words, but they don't really like need you. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So let me just. I don't want to tell myself.
I get you, bro.
Just saying that we need you here. We need you here. So go there, acquire that skill, acquire that knowledge, and let's come back home and build it, just like how the Chinese built China. All right, but we like when you get opportunity, take it.
Okay.
Understand? If you get opportunity, take it. Go and then come back. That's it.
That's it. That is one key thing they would ask you at the embassy too. When you go for the visa interview, okay, what are your plans after school? You'd have to tell them that, hey, I plan on returning home to use my degree to do this and that. I mean, but essentially that is not the case all the time. But I mean, that is what is expected of us. I know that the time is coming for me that I need to go and just settle back. I know that time is coming from me. So
with your tomato ideas, you cannot stay in America. we need more people, we need more Africans to come help build, invest in Africa. When an African makes money in Africa, the money stays in Africa. When a foreign investment come to Africa, like you are looking for a foreign investor to come and invest in our tomatoes,
they'll take it back.
When we give them the money, they take it back.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah, I just got that.
I'm just going to encourage each and everyone. Africa is rising. Africa is the new frontier. So it's about time. Believe in Africa. Never give up on Africa. It's time for Africans to come together for us to build Africa. Tomato cannot stay in America.
Oh my God. Well, that is actually my sister.
Imagine us, industrializing Africa. You see, I gotta give a big shout out to this team, Ekumfi Juice. You know Ekumfi Juice?
Yeah, in Ghana.
They have a new factory where what the factory is doing is just processing oranges. And you know where they build the factory? They build the factory in a location where everybody in that village grows oranges.
Orange, yeah, that's it.
So they build a factory in there. Now, instead of them to like, when I went there for the first time, because the factory was not ready, the oranges were on the streets, rotten. Now, this guy saw the need that it's time for us to solve this problem because they are waiting for people to come and buy from Ivory Coast. The car needs to come and buy and then take it to Ivory Coast. So now, if the car delays, everything just gets
so that is the problem. That is the problem I was just talking about.
So you want somebody to come and solve that problem?
bro, I'm so in for it. I told you already, I'm so in for it.
You see, Africans need to start believing in Africa. See, I am very deliberate, even though I cannot do everything, but I'm very deliberate in terms of even what I do. Like if you check my platform, I have what we call FABA, for Africans by Africans. So I promote people for free. Like I do, like just intentional. Like I project, like there's no country that will come and say that we gave Wode Maya $1 million or whatever to promote our country. There's no country. because I felt like, okay, you know what? If we start becoming intentional about our continent, projecting our continent in a very positive light, it will attract tourism. Tourism boosts the economy. So that is my part of giving to a country. I've done this in Lesotho, I've done Namibia, Botswana. No one paid me a dollar, but it's just me being intentional. Even the planes that I take. If I'm going to a place and Ethiopian airline goes there, I will only use Ethiopian Airlines. Unless where I'm going, Ethiopian airline does not go there. I will never use other airline. And like I went to America and I had to go to Ethiopia to go to America. It was intentional. It was intentional. So if Africans can be intentional about supporting made in Africa, we are not intentional. Like, oh, we think that, see, let me just have this. And I said, this pen was made in China and this pen is made in Africa. Ghanaians will buy made in China.
A China one, yeah.
And buy made in Ghana. I know somebody who makes washing soap in Ghana. You know, people are not buying the washing soap. So now she went to the washing soap and then rebranded the washing soap made in Europe, somewhere in Europe. I don't want to, because if I mention it,
then they will know that.
Bro, when she did that, everyone was buying. The soap is always done. Always.
Wow.
The soap is actually made in Ghana. Made in Ghana. You see, we gotta be intentional. We gotta change our mindset. And this is what I keep talking about, telling especially young Africans, because if we don't take it, the rate at which even young Africans don't believe in Africa, 10 years to come, we'll all be slaves in our country. Slave trade will come back.
But bro, do you think it's the leaders who are continuously failing? Because they would say that every country, they use their tax to build a country, right?
The leaders themselves don't even believe in Africa.
So that's the problem.
We have leaders going for conferences out of Africa and they are wearing suits. What does suits got to do with you? Like, you see, we gotta start being intentional. It's just a mindset. If I were to be an African leader today, I would never step out of Africa or going to a conference out of Africa and I wear suits. Look at Africa-China relationship. When they take the photos, all of them are wearing suits. No, but if you become intentional about what you're doing, that hey, it's time for me to project made in Africa stuff, because you are more like the first ambassador of our countries. So imagine going for a conference or the UN General Assembly and you are wearing a made in Ghana clothes. People will be like, that's so beautiful. Where did you get it? Now, that guy who made that clothes, you've supported his business intentionally. But our leaders don't have that, because for themselves, they don't have that Afrocentric mindset. They don't have it. And I see it every day. So if you don't elect Afrocentric leaders, at the end of the day, trust me, if we don't take care, we don't take things are going in this country and continent, if we don't take care, slave trade will come back. Kwame Nkrumah told us, but we are not taking it. Neocolonialism, he said, it will be back if we don't take care, and it's happening. But anyway, who am I? I'm just Wode Maya.
You are not just Wode Maya. You are Wode Maya in capital letters. This conversation personally is even opening my mind about something you just said. That imagine, let's say, President John Dramani Mahama, or let's say Okujeto Ablakwa, the foreign minister, gets to a conference and then he decides to wear maybe Agbala or something made in Ghana, right? And maybe, can you imagine, before this man makes his remark, he makes a remark about, okay, by the way, this is produced by this person from the western side of Ghana, and I just love it. And then this thing tells a certain story to we Ghanaians, so I decided to wear this thing. Like, he just chipped that thing in there. That statement, just you'll be surprised that bloggers will get focused on that statement
That's
rather
it.
pick it out and then sell Ghana. But if maybe we go to these conferences and then we're still wearing suits, still made by the Europeans or still made by the Americans or whatever, or maybe the Chinese, uh,
Yeah.
where are we still? We are still limited. You know what I mean?
Have you seen the Emirates guys going for conferences?
Mm.
You see, if you watch Trump and the president of Ukraine conversation,
The recent
they are
conversation they had.
coming to the Oval House without wearing suit because that's
Yes.
their thing.
It was a big issue. They were like, why don't you wear a suit? The guy was like, well, I look fine. I don't need to wear a suit. But they were asking him, like, why are you not wearing suit? You know what I
So
mean? But
we gotta be intentional.
Mm,
We have to be intentional in supporting, our people, and that is one thing that makes me sad. You see, the Bastard Boys, like what they are doing in the country, is phenomenal.
yeah, I think I saw that video that you were creating too. They're trying to clean the places and all that.
Phenomenal. But then, can we start being intentional? Okay,
Mm,
it's a group of young people that have come together to voluntarily clean the country.
mm,
We don't give them handouts. What can we do to empower them so that they will do more of what they are doing?
yeah.
Just, you see, like if you go to China, they intentionally create billionaires.
Mm,
Intentionally. Here, when we see you up there and we'll be like, let me put it down. Why are you going up like that? Come back. And it has been a major challenge, and I'm just hoping that we won't get there. I mean, I'm just hoping that we won't get
yeah. We will get there someday. A lot of people are talking about whatever we are saying right now. You are absolutely right. Somebody's saying that I live in America and I wear my traditional Cameroon attire to work at times. That is beautiful. And somebody is saying that truth to be told, our men look smart and neat in a good kaftan than all the suits. Yes, somebody is saying that, bro, slave trade is here already, and it saddens me. Another major problem we have is our mindset. Our minds tell us that things made outside Africa are of better quality. I mean, how come? How come? Somebody says you are not just Wode Maya, you are a force to be reckoned with. Your opinion is powerful. But yes, just one question for Wode Maya and then we are done. Because, bro, if I keep on looking at the number of people who are still active, commenting and viewing us, I think we'll probably go over the minute. So just one question for you. But if you happen to be a prospective student here, you are looking out for certain information. I try to make videos because when I came first, I was working with the international office of a university here in the US, and currently I'm still doing that. And so I try to make videos to provide the inside information, I'll put it like that, to some of the students who want to come to the US to study. So you may want to check the channel out also if you want to get some information about study abroad. Just get in touch and then we'll see how best to help you too, bro. I don't know how many countries you've been to so far. Probably you're still counting, but what is next for Wode Maya? What is next for Wode Maya right now?
The goal is to travel each and every black
You're
nation in the
to
world.
travel?
Of course, I mean, I'm not done. I'm on a journey, bro. It's a calling. I have to fulfill it. It's not about being famous or grow numbers. It's a journey that I'm on, called by God Himself. So I just, what next? If I sleep tomorrow and God tells me that you're going to this country, I'll just wake up and pack my bags and go. But as it stands right now, I'm just in Ghana, and I'm just waiting for inspiration. So I travel with inspiration. I just don't wake up to travel. I don't plan. There's nothing like I don't know where I'm going next. If you ask me, I'll tell you. But I mean, I'll sleep and I'll see the country and I'll travel and go.
Wow. So it's not like they invite you to come and do something. You just go like, hey, I'm going to do this project.
No. It's like the goal is to travel every black nation in the world. So it's more of whatever. That's why I had an European visa. I went for only 2 days and I left. I would have just.
That is not a goal.
Yeah, I just went for 2 days and I left. But so it's more like I just need to fulfill what you call it, the calling. That's it.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
I don't know what next. Sometimes you get broke because the traveling is extremely expensive,
Yeah.
and yeah, you just wait till your pocket is ready, and you just continue the journey. Yeah.
Wow. Bro, I don't know, but guys, everybody watching right now, if you have one word to say to Wode Maya, if you meet Wode Maya in person right now, what one word? I just want to wait for 1 minute, just 1 minute. One word you want to say to the man known as Wode Maya. You've been watching him. I want to read everybody's comment. I want to try probably about 20 comments. One message for Wode Maya, right? I want to see what you have for him just in the next 1 minute. I'll just do that in the next 1 minute, and then we just come to an end of the show. Okay, we start. He's a blessed man, right? Good. Somebody say he's respect. Somebody saying that may God be with you. Somebody saying leadership. Somebody saying I intentionally want to go around the globe. Okay. Somebody saying wisdom. Somebody said you should try India. Somebody saying good job. Uh, sorry, Kafi Praise is saying that you are deeply or you're dearly loved. I think I know Kafi Praise, a photographer. Kafi, is that
Yeah, his wife. Yeah, I think so.
yeah? And then somebody saying keep soaring, bro. Somebody saying respect. Somebody saying you are innovative.
Wow.
Yeah. Saying akber. Somebody saying phenomenal. Somebody say asante. Asante is actually thank you in Swahili. And so somebody is saying that I want to do business with him, Kadosh. Somebody is saying he is the goat of Africa. And somebody is saying God bless him more inspired. Bro. Okay.
Wait, wait, wait.
Okay. Somebody say brilliant. Wow. Wow.
That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. Well, what we need to do? Don't forget. Please make sure you talk to Uncle Ben.
Yes.
I want to be part of this whole.
It's a blessing to have you on board, bro. Because I like it that when I brought it up, you kind of tried to also redefine it, and that actually broadened up the scope. I mean, the way I was looking at it. I don't need to wait. I just need to gather people of same mind. You know what I'm saying? Like how you're talking about it. So I believe that you even on board with us will play a vital role. So thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Any last word? 30 seconds.
I want to tell all Africans again, once again, I'm going to repeat this. It's only Africans that will build Africa. So if you are a group of 5 friends, a group of 10 friends, can you just put your resources together? I mean, we have to industrialize Africa a little bit because we have all our resources are always going out of the continent, and it's about time. I mean, I'm not saying that come and do refinery of gold or whatever, but I mean, with what we just came up with, of a processor for tomatoes,
Yeah.
come together, a group of 10 friends, a processor of something else. Let's just do it ourselves. We shouldn't wait for somebody to come and save us. We don't have any savior anywhere. We are the saviors of our own destiny. And I'm just going to tell each and everyone that let Africa's destiny be in our own hands. We should not Africa's destiny to anybody that we don't know. Africa got no friends. We are our own friends. Africa got no friends. We are our own friends. So never see a brother from another continent as never see a brother from the continent and in the diaspora as an enemy. I just want to say that I love and appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And please subscribe and support the brother. And I'll see you guys. My wife just brought me food, so I have to go and eat.
I wish we say hi to you. Is it Trudy, right?
Yeah. She just brought me the food and
okay. Thank you so much, my brother. We deeply appreciate your time with that. It's been a blessing. And thank you for calling out the people to support my brand too. It's not like a brand, but trying to help people.
Subscribe.
Bro, tell them to subscribe. Tell them to subscribe before you leave me.
Please subscribe to the brother's YouTube channel. It's very important, man. You gotta support the hustle. You know what I mean? So that you get money to come back to Africa.
Exactly the point. If we don't get the money, we can't come back.
We need, please come back.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For making
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We talk at the other side, sir. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, so that happens to be my brother. I just posted my YouTube link in the comment section. So please try and subscribe to the channel. As Wode Maya also said, to be a blessing to me and also a blessing to many of the prospective students and also some other folks who want to be with us also trying to learn more because Wode Maya and I, at this point, we're going to be on a good journey trying to redefine Africa's story, trying to bring businesses to Africa, right? That is how we're going to try to look at it at this point. And so whatever idea that you have, just let us know. We'll think about it and then see how best we can work it out, right? And then again, if you have any like you want to be part of what we spoke about with the tomatoes processing stuff, the fishing thing too, please reach out to us. Reach out. Should I sorry, maybe I should put my email address here also, so that in case you want to be part, just send a message to us, and then we will be very, very grateful. If you have any idea, you know of something, please send it to us. I just put my email address in the comment section. Just send an email like, hey, you want to be part? We want to take businesses to people, right? That is what we want to do. And then again, don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been part of this video or this session today. It has been an incredible conversation. Wode Maya, of course, I want to say thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and then your experiences. I am sure that many people who are watching or who watched, they felt inspired or also actually motivated, right? So if you love this conversation, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on what inspired you most. And let's continue this movement of empowering the next generation. My name is mcraysogah. God bless everybody, and I'll see you in the other video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Blessings. Bye-bye. The 2 bags I brought you.
No, it's true. It's true.